In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a website using AI in WordPress and Elementor. So this is typically going to be a high-end website, one that you can sell for a lot of money to your clients. So if you are an agency or a freelancer and you want to sell a website for around $10,000 to $20,000 or euros, I'm going to show you how to build that exactly in WordPress using Claude. So it's going to build the website and it's going to design everything for us. And everything will be editable with Elementor as well if you would like to do that. Now, these are high-ticket websites, so they do have a little bit more of a design perspective, but it's really simple. You can give an example of a site that you like, and it's going to build something like that in the same design guide. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. So bear with me, and let's jump straight into this video. All right, so I am in my WordPress environment, as you can see right here. So let me walk you through the prerequisites that you need in order to build the website that you want. So the first thing that you're going to need to have is a WordPress website that you're maintaining yourself. So I have my demo website right here, and the plugins I have installed are Elementor Pro, and WP File Manager. The only ones that you need is Elementor and maybe Elementor Pro. It does make things way easier for you if you use Elementor Pro. Trust me on this, it really works, it really helps. If you don't have Elementor Pro and you are thinking of buying it, you can go to incontactyt.com/Elementor and it will bring you towards the Elementor website where you can buy Elementor, the pro version, the agency version, or whichever version you like. This is an affiliate link, so if you want to buy it, make sure to use this link so I can get a commission out of this and keep making these videos for you guys. All right, so we have WordPress and we have Elementor installed. Now let's go over to a template that we want to use. So the template, don't worry, the template that we're going to use is just for screenshots. We're not actually going to install this this template, but this is just a software as a service template that I really like, and I want to have something similar to this on my WordPress environment, just for purposes of styling and whatever we're going to need. So that's the template that we're going to use, and we can get straight started. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to create a design system, and we need to create a design. And the way that we are going to do this is we're going to be using the Claude design features. So in Claude design, you can actually create a design system together with a design, and that will be your total website. You can let Claude build this, and we're going to do that. And once Claude has built it, we can also import it into WordPress using Novamira, which I will get to in a second. Let's just do it now. Novamira is also a prerequisite that you need for this. In order to get it, you simply go to incontactyt.com/Novamira. And here you are on the Novamira website. You can either get the pro version, which will allow you to do a lot more than with the free version. You can use the get pro version, or you can just simply download the free one, download the zip. And once it's downloaded, we can upload the plugin to WordPress. So let's do that straight away. There we go. Installed. Install now. And let's do activate as well. There we go. Novamira is installed. Cool. So let's first of all go to Claude Design and design the website we want. So let's just go to Claude AI. And if you have the pro version of Claude, you do need the pro version of Claude for this. If you have it, you can go to the left and you can click on design. It only costs around 18 euros or $18 per month to get started with Claude Design. Now, what are we going to do? This is the new Claude Design interface. So let's go to design systems on the bottom here. We're going to say create design system. And I'm going to use add a design system, create here. So there we go. Set up your design system. I'm using the dark version, by the way, so that's why it's all dark. So now it's going to ask you for your design system. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to the website designmd.ai, which allows you to pick from a long variety of design systems that you can use on your website. Now you can choose whatever colors you like. Sorry if the website is a bit laggy, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the Genesis one. And as you can see, it has that really software as a service overview. We also come with a dark version, but I'm gonna go for light. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do copy to clipboard, and now it's copied, and we go back to design system, and we are gonna say the company name. I'm gonna call that Income Tech, which is my own company name, and then any other notes we are gonna put in the design system right here. So just copy and paste. Cool. That's the design system. So let's do continue to generation, and says it will take about 5 minutes for your design to be generated. So let's go ahead and run this, and let's wait for Claude to finish up with this. All right, so the prompt is finished. So as you can see, we have the design system is now ready. We have some assets, and here it shows you what it created. I'm not going to go too much into depth, but you can check it out for yourself. This is exactly what the design system is that we told it to create, which is super, super cool. So I'm going to rename this from Genesis Design System to Income Tech Design System. Let's hit enter. Okay, so now that is really cool. So let's go ahead and go back to projects, and let's go to project. And here you see what should we create. Now we have a design system. What we want to do is we want to have the design system that we just created. So let's see, this did change a little bit, so I have to check which one it is. It's the Genesis one. It's the top one. That's the one we're going to use. So let's go with this. All right. So now what do we want to do is we want to go over and create something like this software as a service page, right? So we have the design system ready. So the second step is to to create a screenshot based on this website. So we're going to go to my extensions, and there is an extension in Chrome called Go Full Page, which is a screen capture extension which you can use, which will also create a full full screenshot. So you can get it for free in the extension browser. So there we go. We have the screenshot. So I'm going to click on download image. There we go. And we are going to go back into Claude Design, and we are going to add the image to this prompt. Attach file. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Claude design prompt that I have, which you can get from the link in the description down below. And basically what this says is create a multi-page website. But I'm just going to say create a complete landing page, because I just want to do one page. And the pages is just going to be home. Right, that's what we want. We just for this one, I'm just going to use a landing page, but you can do all pages if you want. You can add in more. So let's go with business name. We do have to fill in this information. So business name is Income Tech, services is AI services, target audience is software companies. AI keywords are AI, software, and let's do Claude as well. The brand tone is professional, minimal. Minimal modern and SaaS. Primary C2A is book appointments, and contact details is form. Contact form. So let's do it like this. Cool. So we're gonna copy over the entire prompt and we're gonna go back into Claude Design and I'm gonna paste it in. There we go. Now do make sure to select Opus for this because it is a little bit of a complex task. And yeah, let's go and run this prompt. So now it's going to create a it's going to shell everything. It's going to create this website design for us. And once the website design is done, we can export it and import it into WordPress using Novamira, which is the one we just downloaded. So let's go ahead and let that run. This will take some time for it to finish. So let's go ahead and wait for this to be finished. All right, so the design is finished. So let's see what we have in Claude Design. So this is what it created. We have the homepage. We can book an appointment, explore our services. Here we have some company logos, some cards, a call to action, some numbers, how it works, testimonies, and a frequently asked question with another call to action at the bottom. And here we have the footer. And if we scroll up, it actually did create multiple pages, which I told it not to do, but that is fine for now because this also looks really, really great. As you can see, services, here we have a table even, which looks really cool. We can go to pricing and we have our pricing and also our contact us page. And book an appointment also brings us to this. Really cool. All right, so now how do we make sure that we get this into WordPress and make it editable with Elementor? Now, that's a good question. What we're going to do is we're going to click on share and I'm going to click on project HTML and I'm going to download the project file. Let's see, gigabytes the page. Let's do this one, the first. And let's see what we get if we open it up. Yeah, there we go. We have all of our folders in there. Now, next step, we are going to be building this WordPress website. So what do we need to do for this is we need to enable Novamira on our WordPress environment. So the first, we already installed Novamira, but we still need to set it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Novamira at the top and we're going to click on configuration. Let's revoke this application. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that turn on AI abilities for the site is selected and we're going to save the change. And then here it says application password. You want to generate an application password and let's copy this to be sure. Scroll down and here we see Claude Desktop. Now we are going to use Claude Desktop for this. So it will give you a configuration. So now how do we set this up? It's really easy. What you do is you go towards Claude Desktop, you open it up. Let's wait for this to load. Might take some time. There we go. And we go to File, Settings, and then to Developer on the left side. And we're going to click on Edit Config. Now this will bring up this folder with a JSON, which we have to edit. I'm going to use Visual Studio Code for this, simply because I like it. So let's open it up. And as you can see, we have a MCP servers configuration here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty this out. So let me just remove this part. And let's go back to WordPress and we see the same configuration here, MCP servers. So I'm going to select everything within the MCP servers. I'm going to copy it and I'm simply going to paste it in here. There we go. Now this is saved. So we can close this. And now we have to reboot Claude. So I'm going to go File, Exit, make sure it's actually closed. And then we're going to go back into Claude. And let's wait for this. Might take a couple of moments. There we go. So I'm gonna go to File and Settings, and then we go to scroll down back to Developer again. And now you can see that we have Novamira running as we speak. So that's really cool. I'm gonna copy over this name. Now, what do we need to do? Let's go back and in the prompt, we need to drag in the downloaded zip that we just used. So let's do that, add files, and let's add the zip file. There we go, we have the zip file. Now make sure Opus 4.8 is used, and we go back and we go to Claude, the build prompt, which is this prompt. And what we have here is we say that we're providing an HTML version of a website. We want to use WordPress at Elementor Pro. We are only going to be using the native Elementor widgets. We don't want the atomic editor. I disabled that one. It's still a little bit buggy with Novamira, which is why we disabled it for now. We have the Novamira plugin. We want a custom header, custom footer, assign is at the home page. And instead of create all the pages that we also have in the HTML version, I'm going to say create only the homepage that we also have in the HTML version. So let's copy everything over. Let's go back into the Claude desktop version. Put this in. And make sure Opus 4.8 is enabled. And I'm going to send this towards Claude. Now it's going to be working on the website. It's going to use Novamira to connect to our website and use this design system and use this design. So let's wait for this to load. You might have to manually override some actions. So it's going to ask you if some permissions are allowed on this website. So you're just going to say allow everything. And yeah, you just have to press enter a couple of times if it asks you to do that. But as you can see, it also says I have the design system, now the critical steps. It's going to discover what this website can do. And it can actually read this entire zip file and is going through this as we speak. So this will take some time. So I'm going to pause the video for now and come back with you once this is completely finished. All right, so the prompt is finally finished. It did take some time and I ran out of tokens, so I had to come back at a later moment and retry it. But as you can see, this was the first prompt, and I also gave some answers to the questions. For example, here it said, do you want me to proceed? I gave it some answers. Here it says, do you want me to do this and this? And I gave it some answers. Then here I ran out of my tokens, so I told it, please continue where you left off. And then I noticed that the footer wasn't really okay, so I told it the footer is black in the design, and it finished. It really finished. So let's go ahead and see what it built actually. So this is the design that we had, right? Let me go to the WordPress website and refresh this page, and as you can see, this is very similar to the design that we just created. So this is the home page. The buttons also have, as you can see, some animations. We can scroll down and we have this image that it also used in the design. Here are the logos. Then we have these cards. We can scroll down. And then we have this with this call to action with a button. And then we have the numbers here that we're animating, as you just saw, perhaps. Then we have a how it works page or a section. We have our testimonials. And then we have our frequently asked question. Now, this doesn't look really good, so you can go ahead and ask to fix the frequently asked questions. We have the bottom part, and then we have the footer, which is really, really great. So if we added this with Elementor, let's see what we get and let's see what it built for us. So let's give this a second. I am really, really enthusiastic about this. I think it did a great job. So as you can see, the atomic elements, we did disable this. So it is asking to activate it. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to click this away. It doesn't want to move. Oh, there we go. So there's a structure. So let's bring out the hero section and let's see what it is containing. It's building a lot of containers with all of the elements inside, but everything is Elementor editable, as you can see. The heading, the text, the buttons, even the images are Elementor native widgets. So you don't need to build the websites by hand anymore. You can just create a design, let it sign off by your client, and then let AI build it for you and maybe do some fine tuning. So this will really speed up your website process, and your deliverability is way higher. And this is also an actual footer, and this is also an actual header. So I did tell it to only create the homepage because, as you can see, it did ask also if it wants to build out the contact page. So I'm not going to check out the other pages, but this is what it built. So that is how you can create a design in Elementor in Claude Design, and how you can clone websites and create high ticket websites. Using Claude and building it with WordPress and Elementor, and not having to do all of the building yourself. Just let it load. I literally went to the gym while the prompt was still loading, so you can go ahead and do your own things while this is running in the background, which is a really time saver. So if you guys like this video, then please let me know. If you want to see me do something specific, also let me know. And I will talk to you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.